Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's March 13th, 2025. Looking at the storm that produced quite a bit in some places, giving us a nice widespread refresh. That's the cold front here. It's still making its way into western Idaho, but definitely gave us some good snow. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one-time donation, or even better, a monthly sustaining membership. Looking at our storm totals here. Soldier kind of looked like it might have got skunked with this storm. This is looking at the ranger station over there, so lower elevation where it rained. Rained here in Haley and Ketchum. It looks like, and it's trying to change over right now in Haley to snow with that colder air coming in. Hyman picked up about 4 inches. Baldy, big winner, 8.5 inches. Gonna be a good day up there. And Bogus looks like picked up 4 quickly this morning. Lower Titus is operational again with its height of snow and SWE. So that picked up about 7 inches of snow, looking like pretty good density right there. A lot lighter the higher you go. And Moores Creek and Lost Rivers looked like they got 3, with probably more with elevation as well. All right, backcountry breakdown. Baldy is firing. Got probably about 9 inches by now. We'll look at the webcam here in a second. All right, storm produced a nice refresh, but we're going to have to take a big step back as far as our terrain selection. Before, we were in open season skiing mostly anything out there. Kind of hard to find an avalanche except in some wind affected areas. But we're going to want to take a big step back and see what the storm did, see how it's bonding to those old layers. We definitely got a mix of facets out there on north-facing slopes and maybe some crust facets on south-facing slopes. So that being said, after it snows, I always try to target south-facing slopes, especially this time of year. You want to get on it before the sun does, because that's going to nuke it. It's going to make it kind of ski like hot powder. So let's try to get out there and ski those slopes and keep the north-facing slopes for another day. Watch for slab consolidation on those sunny slopes. I've been caught off guard with this in the past. It really can change pretty quickly out there and form into a slab. And it looks like the rain line, it was around, I'm guessing 7,100 feet. It rained over in Banner Summit and then changed over to snow. So better snow is going to be above 7,500 feet. All right. Looking at morning temps, we're just above freezing in Ketchum and Haley. That's going to change over here in a little bit. And then it is snowing up in Stanley. Mountaintops are pretty cold at 21 and 22. Looking at what's going to happen today, kind of back up here a little bit. Storm came in with pretty spotty precip. You can see actually right here kind of how the soldiers got missed. This just kind of went just north of the Soldier Mountains when it came in. Wasn't a steady band of precip like we typically get with cold fronts. You can kind of see it a little bit more here, this band in front of the cold front. And that's producing a lot of our snow right now. This is pushing into right now's timing frame, or into the future, I would say. So it's going to start diminishing down to the south, probably lingering snow showers in the north. Pocatello is forecasting quite a bit for today, for Thursday 6 to 6. And this could be just kind of like morning follow over, just like really ramping it up. But and I don't know, it's producing or saying it's going to be 8 to 12 inches in the higher elevations, with maybe an additional 5 inches in Galena. Not as much down in the lower elevation. It looks like it's pretty confined to the mountains. All right, looking around at our cams this morning. Should give this a refresh. While that's refreshing, I'll talk about the winds. The winds were out there in full effect. This is looking at Titus. We had moderate gust and then moderate wind speeds and strong gusts from the southeast primarily. So southerly facing stuff, upper elevations are going to probably be wind affected. So kind of go to that middle elevation bands to try to find that good skiing. And Baldy picked up some winds too, not as much, but it was kind of right at the beginning of the frontal system coming through, getting into 28 with some gusts up to 41. So the top of the mountain's definitely going to be a little windy. All right, looking at what we got. Looks like about 7 inches at Galena Lodge. So we know at least it snowed there the whole time. Looking pretty buried on Baldy. Looks like we're at maybe close to 9 inches. Hard to tell with the snow stake there. Rain in town. There is some snow at the fish hatchery, so it changed over to the snow in Stanley. Looks like it's changing over to snow in Ketchum right now too. All right, and that's all I got. We'll just finish with just making sure you check out the forecast this morning for whatever zone you're going into. Ethan published it today. Looks like we're con mod low with the storm slab as the primary thing to be looking out for there with that new snow and southerly facing winds on top of facets and crest facet combos out there. So yeah, keep in mind with that. Keep in mind with if the sun does come out, it can stiffen that slab up pretty quickly and change effects of it. Yeah, really quickly. So take a big step back in your terrain selection. Know that persistent slab's still out there as well.